Thank you for having me back, man. As per usual, daily thing. You're on mute, bro.
Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blueclouds Media Sports again. We are live. Game day. And we are talking association football. Manchester City on the fight again. Is it the time for City to make it easy for themselves to win the Champions League? We will talk about it. It is April the 19th. 2023, and we are live. We got a lot to talk about today. A lot coming from Didier Drogba, a lot coming from Michael Owen, and also Chelsea in the managerial, set. Also, as Chelsea Football Club is facing its toughest season yet as a legend, and expect to speak out on the team's mistakes, and also as it's been expected for legends. We're definitely going to talk about the teams. The level of the teams right now. In this live stream, we will discuss the recent comments made by former player Didier Drogba, who slammed the club's lack of class, as well as Thiago Silva's thoughts on players' responsibility. And also, we're going to delve into Michael Owen's criticism of Chelsea's 600 million spending spree, and also the latest on the club search for its next manager. Join us as we analyze current situation and what they need to do to bounce back. For your passion for sports, where the action never ends, only on Blueclouds Media. So let's go, guys. We are back again, streaming live. We'll be right back. Welcome back again, guys. I have my big old G here. CSUG, yeah, you guys all know him. Great guys, back again. We're gonna delve into the whole issue. We're gonna start from Didier Drogba's comment. Mr. OG, what do you make of his comment? Do you think he's right? Is it spot on, sir?
I mean, I've had all people react in all types of ways and try and sell it to me in different ways. Some telling me he's getting raised to just go, don't associate with this club. I don't ever want a job or position in here ever. Some are just obviously, he's just saying it as it is. They're in the dire straits. But I don't know, it did hit home, man. People calling him King Didier. What he says goes. Honestly, for me, he just looked like he was stating more or less the obvious and giving his opinion. He didn't say the club's done forever. He didn't say, oh, this is a probably it'll never change with these owners or nothing like that. He spoke more about the here and now. And in that way, it's correct. I mean,
yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, OG, because it's stated Didier Drogba was, as a pundit, watching the game yesterday, and he felt like he doesn't really recognize the club anymore. And the club taking that opportunity, sacking those that know inside out and how to prepare for big games like Champions League games. He felt like Todd Bowley made a very, very huge mistake by not keeping some of the people that really know inside out of the football team. And how, because I'll tell you, the way Manchester United prepare towards a big game like Manchester City. Whenever they want to play Manchester
Yeah.
City, the build-up is way different from the way they prepare towards maybe a Brighton or Fulham or maybe a Leeds United. It's always different. Derbies are different. And you know people, you want to speak to people, or you want people in the football club that knows how to prepare towards those big games. So I really agree with Didier Drogba, and he's really spot on. The team hasn't been scoring goals. Performance has been very, very abysmal. And to me, I say that I'm never going to blame Frank Lampard. It's not Frank Lampard's fault. I mean, it's not his fault. Lampard was really, really sitting at his place vacant. He doesn't have a job. He was being approached by Chelsea Football Club and offered him a lucrative job. Who would not take it? Wouldn't you take it, OG? If Chelsea,
of course I would. I need that money like there's no tomorrow. But most of all, I'm not gonna lie. I would step away probably after this. I'll be like, you know what? Thanks for the little bit of money, but you could have it, most of it back. Because I do love Chelsea that much, to be honest. I'll give it a try. Obviously, I like to believe that I'd have got better results. I know life's not a game of FIFA, but you know what I mean. Like,
I know what you mean. I mean, Frank Lampard might be thinking, look, I've been at Chelsea the first time things didn't go on well. Probably I can get a second shot and probably I can prove myself. But then Graham Potter left Frank Lampard just to dry. He just left him with nothing. And when I say nothing, in football, there's something called balance. And I know a lot of you that are watching us right now, you know what I'm talking about. Balance means the midfield, the attacking have to be well. Your defense have to be well, and you have to have a very, very good goalkeeper. Goalkeeping, we don't have much problem. Defense, not that much of a problem. The midfield, there is something lacking over there, which is the DM is lacking. And then in terms of the attack, the finishing, you have good attacking players, but then they don't have the finishing instinct. That's kind of a striking instinct in them. They can create, they can play whatever they can, but if they don't have that kind of a instinct in them to finish those chances that those wingers and attackers are creating, we're going to end up going nowhere. And this has happened for how long now? Almost 4 seasons now. Chelsea are used to creating a lot of chances, but then they cannot finish the dinner at the end of the day. So I'm sure Didier Drogba is really spot on. That's how I feel. But then I know, like I said, the club has done lots of mistakes. I wouldn't say the club, the owners have done lots of mistakes since they took over from Roman Abramovich. And people have been, you can argue that, okay, during the time of Roman Abramovich, Chelsea did that, Chelsea did this, we want lots of trophy. But I can tell you, and I can explain to you, and I can prove to you that during the time of Roman Abramovich, Roman did not build anything. He built a legacy of winning trophy, but then he did not build sustainability. Continuity, he did not build it. That is why we keep sacking coaches. If you can go make your own research and see how much money that Chelsea have spent on bringing in coaches and sacking in coaches, that's a lot of money. It can buy at least 3 or 2 superstars at a football club. And I understand you can say whatever, you're offering shit, but it is true. We did not build continuity. That is why we're suffering now. Look at Pep Guardiola. Look at what Manchester City are doing now. Manchester City build a legacy for them to be winning. They build a legacy that if Pep Guardiola is not there, that legacy will still stay there. Continuity. Whoever comes in will continue the way the pattern of play. And then even when they have to employ a new manager, they make sure they find the same person that play the same kind of football that can continue that style. So what I said yesterday, that the article that I read, if Pep Guardiola leave Manchester City, the best person that they're thinking to replace Pep Guardiola would be Luis Enrique. We'll talk about Chelsea's searching for managers. Also, when we get there, there's an article for why Nagelsmann is the favorite and why Luis Enrique is not. OG, anything you want to say in regards to Didier Drogba before we move on?
Man, he said it as it is. I mean, he didn't even. People are exaggerating it, to be honest. He didn't say nothing that's detrimental. This will be forgotten about in a week or so. This isn't a Lukaku interview or how Gary Neville throws Man United under the bus. Oh, sorry, Roy Keane. How you feel? It's not as harsh as that. Like, no one's gonna. Roy Keane, like a lot of United fans don't like him, and I always think if you don't like Roy Keane, you're not even. If you're young, fair enough, you don't know Roy Keane is, but if you're not a real United fan, to be honest. If you came through that era and you dislike him for what he said about Fergie and what he is like on the punditry, like that's still one of your best players. And he wants the best for the club, and like the club's not doing the best right now. Drogba's in that not in that category. He won't say nothing negative again. Probably not for a long time. He never said anything too detrimental. Still got my Drogba shirt. Still gonna keep it.
Right, thank you very much, OG. We still have, let me acknowledge viewers in the comment and comment section below. And those that are watching us, I really appreciate if you're watching us in your living room, your bathroom, your kitchen. I really appreciate you spending time with us. As we have a Phantom of Minute topic, as usual, we have King Soul, Big Brother, always joining us. We have Lord Vapor Nation, as usual. Big up to you, Lord. Lord is, so what about this intro? I know it looks a little bit funny, but it is something that I sat down for an hour and a half trying to put together because I'm just tired of the Pele's intro that I've been using. But I have a professional one coming in very soon. But whilst I'm waiting for this, I just sat down trying to create. You know, you have to be creative. If you're not creative, then you're going nowhere. So I sat down and I created that. So it's not something that a professional video editor did. I did it, and I'm not a professional video editor. I just put 2 or 2 together. So that's just by the way. So don't criticize me for that video. Big up to you, Kimo. Kimo, absolutely. It's been a while. I hope you're doing very, very well. Then up the chills, up the chills, up the chills. Then Kimo said, Lord Vapor Nation, I've said your name. Also, football hairstylist. Big up to you, brother. I salute to you. I hope you're doing very well. Who else we have here? I think a Snoop. I don't have
Are
a
you
Snoop
clicking on the comments or not?
No, I haven't. I just say the name before I click on the comments. So yes, we have a Phantom of Minute topic here. Said a second to hit the like button. Kim So and I are holding on emergency meeting to determine which other EPL team is to support for the rest of the season. For me, it's Fulham or Manchester United. That's coming from our Phantom of Minute topic. Then, by the way, United until preseason, every comment I make on this chat will be about some other team other than CFC, with one exception. My full support for Jose Mourinho to return. Thank you very much, Jose Mourinho. It's not going to happen.
They would
Phantom,
not do
I
that
know.
after what happened. After what we've been told by the board going into the room and how they've been with Tuchel, and let's not even open that kind of worms. Mourinho will not come to us.
Right. Guys, do not forget, let me say this, it's been 12 minutes of streaming. I haven't said it. We are 12 of us watching live. We only got 9 likes. So do not forget, if you haven't dropped your like yet, do not forget to drop your like. And also there's a poll right there. You can get yourself busy and then drop your minerals on it. It says, who do you think will be the best fit for Chelsea's next manager? We have Nagelsmann over there. Nagelsmann at this moment have 90%. Luis Enrique has just 10%. So majority are hooting for Nagelsmann, Julian Nagelsmann. So yes, that's just by the way. For those of you who don't already know, Manchester United is the only soccer team in the world you can trade on the New York Stock Exchange. Thus, I could
It's going up really fast.
Yeah.
Like
so
really fast.
Thank you very much, Phantom of Minute topic, for that comment. It's time. Yes, we're here. We're live, coming from Georgie. Big up to you, Georgie. Lord Vapor Nation said Chelsea is banter club. Poch is linked with us. Absolutely. Pochettino is one of the managers that is linked to Chelsea Football Club at this moment in time. What a WWE intro. Yes, absolutely. Very, very funny. Very, very funny. Something new to have you to say. Something new for you to have something to talk about. So, yeah, that's just by the way. Chelsea is finished, coming from Lord Vapor Nation. What is this intro I just explained to you, Lord? What was that about? Absolutely, we do technical hitch, technical mistakes over there where I was going back and front. So yeah, pardon me for that. Can't hear you. Absolutely, yes, I was muted until CSUG told me, and I muted myself. Thank you guys for that. Also, excellent stats. I think needs Zion coming from Lord. Thank you very much. Chelsea crisis. Absolutely, Chelsea are in big crisis from head to down. Big, from managers, owners to the players. Nothing is going on right. Nothing to write. Nothing good to write home about. Nothing good, bro.
Exactly, mate.
Yeah. We are dead this season coming from Abdi Chills. Absolutely, we finished. Chelsea crisis coming from Kimo. Speak closer to microphone. All right, I did
Oh,
that.
you're clear, man. They can hear you clearly, mate.
Yeah. Can you hear me now, guys? Can you guys hear me very clear now? Yeah. All right. I don't recognize my club. My club, the Americans, have destroyed Chelsea. I'm longer.
Yeah,
I'm no longer
interest
show
in these
any
guys involved.
interest with these guys involved. Absolutely. Big up to you, bro. Absolutely big up to you. Guna, one of my greatest Arsenal fans this platform. I love you, bro. I hope you're doing very well. Let me know where you are at this moment. I hope you're not at the sauna, you're not at the beach, or you're not at the gym. Let me know if
Why
you
not be
found
at the
yourself
beach,
someone
man?
else.
The beach is the one.
All right, lots of Chelsea's rubbish. We will be banter club for many years now. Thank you, Claire Lake, Mr. Peter Griffin, and Egghead. All right. Lord, big up to you, Lord. The Manchester United is the only safe way to make money. Coming from front of a mini topic, I fear that Nagelsmann is a yes man. That is what it's looking like. Drogba spoke the truth. To be honest with you, yes, he did. Cucurella is a shit.
Wow.
It's
Because
hit.
you missed that one shot. Oh, the camera.
And then we showed that yesterday coming from Kim. So we should have paid the Mino Raiola ransom to get Erling Haaland. Absolutely, we should have. The GOAT of all time, even better than Pele and Maradona. Snoopy G, thanks for showing up again. Drogba 15 OG, absolutely. Roman,
that was his shirt number. One of them. He had two shirt numbers.
Roman built Cobham into a world-leading youth academy. Sustainability for future players coming from my big brother Tony. I hope you're doing very well, Tony. Nice to see you back again. Then we have a phantom of many topics that came. So we would give Cucurella a choice. Get haircut. I agree to void the player contract.
Sideshow Bob shows it. Big up, guys.
to
LVSV
I think it's a Liverpool.
Proper good Liverpool channel.
Liverpool TV, right? Liverpool.
We're gonna get him on one of these days, bro. We're gonna get you on, man. We're gonna
Absolutely. We're getting there. And as the channel gets bigger and bigger, we have to be inviting new panelists and also invite guests. We'll be inviting new guests to the platform, opposition guests to the platform, and also in terms of combining 11 and stuff like that. So big up to you, brother. We will sub to your channel also. I've subbed to a lot of rival channels because I like
to study thy enemy.
Definitely. Because this platform has United fans, and we have Arsenal fans, we have Tottenham fans on this platform, Liverpool's and everyone. So yeah, welcome to the platform, and we will check you out, bro. We will check you out. LVFC TV. We will check you out, brother. Chelsea OG, CMO, and absolutely 100% OG coming from our brother here. Tony, I like Cobham as new stadium location. The current Stamford Bridge isn't in Chelsea anyway. So the entire staff theory of Chelsea tradition is most Cobham. It's moot. I think moot. Cobham is within M25 highway. Go ahead, OG said.
I mean, it's literally right on the edge. People could drive their park there and all of that, but I just don't know. I don't know if I want to move it there, man. We lose that, the heart of the city club. And right now, we're in the most expensive part of the city club of London, probably the world even. But yeah, I just hope they just do what they've done with the Bernabeu. Yeah, everyone smash the likes, man. Get out, boys.
Thank you very much. So we got lots of topics to talk about. As of now, I did mention the comment from Didier Drogba, and I did mention also Michael Owen Michael Owen, the ex-Liverpool striker and ex-England striker, and also ex-Real Madrid striker. He's been
Oh yeah.
on the highest. He's played on the highest level in terms of association football. So when he speaks something, we have to look into it. It's not Gary Neville, though. It's not Gary Neville. It is Michael Owen. So we have to look at what Michael Owen said. What the comment he made is very, very important. We have to look into that. 600 million spent badly. Mistake spent. 600 million spent on the transfer window. In the coming of Todd Bowley and his people. He says that get the likes up for this legend on your screen. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate it. The numbers are there. 16. We have 16 of us watching. And don't forget to drop your like and also participate in the poll out there. Who do you think will be the best fit for Chelsea's next manager? We have Julian Nagelsmann over there. We have Luis Enrique
what
also over there.
What did he think so far?
So far, we got 83% hooting for Julian Nagelsmann and then 17% hooting for Luis Enrique. That is what is going on right now. But guys, do not listen to what is going on in the media. I want you to listen to it and judge it on your own way. I have my own opinion in terms of how I see this. If we are looking for someone that can really challenge Pep Guardiola in the Premier League, it wouldn't be Julian Nagelsmann. He has a little bit of experience in Europe, but I feel like if we should go in for someone who is coming from the school of thought, the Catalonian, and that they understand how to play the tiki-taka football. If you understand if you really like how Pep Guardiola plays his football, to be honest with you, you're gonna have the same thing coming from Luis Enrique. Alicia, big up to you, Alicia. Welcome to the platform.
Oh yes, Alicia, big up. You made it. She made
Alicia.
it.
You thought I wouldn't make it?
I wasn't holding against you.
Okay.
All right, guys, get the likes up. Welcome our sister over here, Alicia. So yes, a football hairstylist said you have to come on Root's show.
Rod.
Rod show, LV.
They're cool for Liverpool fans.
Yeah, big up Snoopy G. Absolutely, this big up all. What do you have here? Big up. Okay, big up. Too many big ups. This is coming from I123 Love You. She said, "Hello, my brother. I will keep my thoughts about your intro to myself, but you did a good job. A good job yourself. Absolutely. Like I said, the intro was not made professionally. I just sat down yesterday and put 2 or 2 together to come up with that. Interesting intro, but I have another one coming in very soon. I promise you guys. Football hairstylist said will be soon coming from my brother over here. Thank you everyone that has been here on the platform. Boldly build a restaurant everywhere. Eats there and then sleeps there. Great meal, very nice meal. Stop playing football manager coming from our big brother here, Lord Vipper Nation. Then a big up to you, Tony, and also big up. Too many big ups. I will take Nagelsmann coming from King. So then, to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind James, etc., going to Madrid. There is no clear plan for them.
Really,
they have accomplished too much for them to be. Is it grafting like this? Okay, coming from big up to you, McKean, for your comments and also Lord. All right, we still got a lot. Then thank you very much, Gule this month. Big up me and the panel and the chat. For me, Luis Enrique is a guy. He has a philosophy, he has a plan, and these players need to consistent philosophy. Okay, big up to you, Tony. I don't believe we end up with Enrique or Nagelsmann coming from Tony. That's Tony's opinion, and your opinion are always accepted, and we believe in you. We believe in you. I will settle only for special one, Jose Mourinho or Antonio Conte, the one who can make Lukaku better. Lukaku, again, don't matter what Spanish manager you bring. If Haaland scores 3 goals on you per match, okay. Phantom, OG, some decent Liverpool fans about. All right, thank you very much. I've catch up with the comments.
They're real.
Yeah, so now we're gonna move on to the next. All right, before we move on, let me welcome my sister Alicia. Alicia, any reaction in terms of where we are so far, Alicia?
In terms of where we are for the season, or what you guys are talking about the managers?
Yeah, what we're talking about the managers. No, before we started with Didier Drogba's comment on how he sees Chelsea Football Club, he says he doesn't really recognize Chelsea Football Club like it used to be. The owners have sacked almost everyone that knows the club in and out, and
Yeah.
also the way the football, the club, the team is playing so far. What's your comments on Didier Drogba's?
No, personally, I agree. We can't even keep like, did we even suck the groundskeeper or whoever? I feel like when you go into a company, yes, mergers and acquisitions, it should take some time to transition to the new team. I feel like that was one of the mistakes Bowley made. He went about it so fast, like the clear out. So like it's like we're in free fall. And yes, Drogba is right because like okay, I think the time when he played for us, like there were a lot of leaders on that team and even the mentality was different. This team, when was the last time we even came back from a goal from behind? Like when we concede, even when yesterday when we conceded that first goal, you can just see people retreat and they just it's like it's over, like there's nothing more left to do. And that's not Chelsea. Because for us, like we've always been the team that's unpredictable. Like when people count us out, we can actually come back into the game. But lately, it doesn't feel that way. Like you can just tell. Like for people who are honestly level-headed, you could just tell yesterday, like how the outcome would be, what would happen if we go a goal down, and there is no way you can't expect like Real Madrid is not
Yeah.
gonna score. So, yeah. I personally agree with what he said. I think he's spot on. Like, personally, I also don't recognize this Chelsea.
I think you're spot on, Alicia. You hit the hammer on the nail. You got it all right. I think um I agree with you 100%. Didier Drogba, he's been with the football club. He's won lots of trophies, Champions League. So I think a lot of people take his words very, very heavily. So yeah, we're gonna move on from that. We've spent almost about 25 minutes and a lot of comments that I've read and also spending so much time on that topic. We're gonna move on from there. Thiago Silva talks about player responsibility. Also, I did from what I have here, Thiago Silva did talk about they have to own some kind of a responsibility and how things are going is not right. What do you make of Thiago Silva's comment, OG?
Yeah, it's trending like crazy. I mean, yeah, it's probably the first time, like he's the first time I could say a player's not showed no fear of this ownership of this club, and he's saying it as it is, and basically telling them almost fix up. This is my last year. If you ever want to see me do another year, you definitely got to take us to the next level because it's just not good enough. It is not good enough, and I'm so happy out of everyone it was him. He's the captain, like he's the real captain. He's for me, he's the manager. Like Lampard's just I don't know what Lampard is at this stage, but he's the man. And if he could uh, tell the truth, it'll definitely start seeping throughout the team, the fan base, and obviously the owners. Man, they just need to. Boy, I can't even say I've got all the answers. I'll be lying, but good luck to them, man. Good luck.
Alicia.
Yeah, I think we could tell like for a while because based on how like Beller Silver goes off on Twitter and people lose it, you could just tell like when you talk with your partner, sometimes that energy that's coming off her. Of course, like they're having these discussions at home. So yeah, I feel like for the longest time we've been like the players haven't really been held accountable. It's more of the fan base saying, "Oh, like these players need to do this and this and this and that," but mostly it's the manager who takes the blame. Like when the team is
Mm,
performing badly, but there's no way. In as much as like you're not happy with Lampard and how like he did, like the way people were losing it over the lineup, but you could see what he was trying to do. I could see it. Okay, let me not say you could see because I'm seeing OG's laughing. You could
No,
see,
but because he
I could
said it
see.
afterwards. Lampard said, like he
Mhm.
wanted to just contain the game for a while and then pounce on them. Like, and
Yeah.
part of me thinking Lampard, you should just do the opposite of what you think. But what was funny about that? Everyone's drawing that arrow. Everyone's drawing that arrow on that formation. You might have seen it on a couple of Carefree
do,
Lewis,
Yeah,
Jem
yeah.
done it. You done it yesterday.
Thing.
do you
There's
think, Alicia, do you think that Lampard was using the youthful exuberance of Chelsea football, I mean the players, to weigh Real Madrid's aging defense down before he used the more experienced players to be able to get goals?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. For me, the way I looked at it, you see that when we played the first leg, everyone
Mhm.
was happy with the lineup. Like, oh my God, this looks so good. And on paper, it looked good. And for the first 10 minutes, it was working. But it really, like, we were found out, like Carlo Ancelotti, of course, elite manager, like he thought about that and he was like, nah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna handle it. So for me, how I looked at it, I felt like this time he tried to, the 150 IQ came into play. So he tried to, do something that no one was expecting. That's how I looked at it. He tried to do something that no one was expecting. I didn't think he was looking at it in terms of age, because when, like, Havertz, of course, had to lead the line, like, unless you wanted Starling there. And for me, I'm sorry, like, after what I saw from Starling, the first leg, I really, really didn't want him to be the guy on top. So yeah, that's how I saw it. I didn't look at it as youth versus experience. For me, it was like he was trying to do the unexpected.
Alicia, is your microphone very close to you, or is it a bit far away from you?
So you can hear me?
Yeah, we can
Um,
hear you, but
some
it's not
I
the
can hear you,
loud.
but some people said they can't hear you. So my lady over here says, please speak up, Alicia. So I don't know if it sounded a little bit down, but it's all right. It's all right. You're good.
Yeah,
I don't want you
that's
to be
good.
Okay,
yelling.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. People
All
can
right.
have a low sometimes.
All right. Okay. That's okay. Thank you very much anyway. Luis Enrique is the obvious better option, but guys like him, the guys like him full control, like Pep, and I don't think Burnley likes that. Absolutely, that could be one of the reasons, and we'll get into that. We'll get into that real quick. We'll get into that. Kim So Silva is right. All right. So guys, OG, do you have anything you want to say in regards to Silva's? Oh, you're good.
No, I'm good.
Nova.
He hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Like it's trending everywhere. Everyone knows about it. It's more popular than the Drogba thing. Much more.
All right, so the next topic we're gonna get into, it's the comment coming from Michael Owen, ex Liverpool player, said that Chelsea made expensive mistake with 600 million spending sprawl. What do you make of that? I have my opinion. So once whoever wants to come in, either Alicia or OG, whoever wants to jump in, they can jump in, and then
I'll let Alicia go first on this one. I mean, it's only
all right.
Michael Owen.
Okay, the 600 million thing. For me, doesn't that include some of the players that were bought who play in their like bringing in a lot of players and expecting them to just have chemistry and play, good from the onset? I think it's usually challenging. Like we saw that with Tottenham before, and personally, I was upset like when we first did that and everyone was comparing us to Tottenham. But yeah, I do think, hmm, how do I say this? Like, it wasn't a mistake because I think it's the way we've used them. Like, we haven't given them opportunities. Like someone like Mudrik, we haven't really given him an opportunity to really impact the game. It's the way we've used them. Noni, Fofana, like these are people who we should try and incorporate, especially in the Premier League. Like they have a chance to play. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's more wasted opportunity rather than it was a waste of money. I feel like people are exaggerating because, initially people were saying the new owner is not gonna spend. He's gonna be like the I forgot the name of the Liverpool owner. He's not gonna spend money. He doesn't
FSG.
want to spend on the team. Yeah, FSG. And then when now he's spending, it's a problem. Like Chelsea can't spend all this amount of money. You're cheating and all that. I feel like people are putting too much emphasis there because honestly, which player has been given enough time and hasn't really impacted the game? I know Kukurea has his weak-ish moments, but we've seen like most of these players have actually improved the team, and some of them we really needed them. Like there was no way we're not going to sign a defender. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's how I see it.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I just think half of the money was wasted. Half of the money just used to replacement. Whether we got that wrong or not, that was maybe out of our hands to a degree because Rudiger left. But some of the money, a lot of it, like at least 100 mil, went to people that were never going to play it, like Hutchinson and Chukwuemeka. We never brought them for now, so that's not. But at least a good 200-300 mil was spent for the here and now, and that's where we kind of flopped. The Koulibaly one, I mean, Tuchel, you know, maybe if he thought, if I could do it with Rudiger, I could do it with this guy, and you know, if I do it with Thiago, I'll get that on the pass. Sterling one, I was like, what? Like, how do you think Man City will sell Sterling to you if he's good? Like, come on, like we shouldn't have done that. I just almost can't believe we fell for that. And now he's being isolated apparently. The Cucurella one again, I feel like I wish we let Man City get him. Again, we got tricked by Man City. They done us dirty. I wish we let Man City get him, and then that Cucurella money, add 5 million, we got Ake. That's the one I really wanted in the summer. But we done the opposite. We like, no, we'll take Cucurella and we're getting low ball for Ake. They weren't having it. It was never gonna happen. But other than those, I mean, Mudryk, he's in between Mudryk's, he was not meant to play. He's like Amari Hutchinson, he's still young. He's not meant to. They're not meant to be starting anyway. But he's good enough to where, you know what, maybe it's time to start playing him a bit more. We'll see what happens next season. Enzo, you know, that speaks for itself. 100 mil, he's class. I'm so happy we got him. He's gonna be good enough for the future once we do fix up again. Same with Mudryk. And what was that last one I had in my head? It just left me. Who's our big signing we spent? Madueke. He should be paying more. He should be paying more.
Joao Felix.
Yeah, Joao Felix. Thank gosh we done a loan. Thankfully. Like, you know, Americans and the superstition in sports.
We still have a what's his name? Malogusco.
Yeah, Malogusco. Yeah, that was perfect. I reckon he went from high level backup to Reece James and coming for your position. When you see his little compilation against Mbappe and Messi, I'm like, oh wow, this guy is on another speed gear level. He's got that upper level speed where these brothers can't duck him. And in the Premier League, nothing beats the comeback speed, especially when you were on a return from mistake or you know, catch back a top striker. So I can see him challenging. I'm so happy when he comes in. Oof. And Madueke, I mean, he's also 50-50. I know he's young, but if you see what he was doing in Holland, you'd think if another Premier League team brought him.
Oh, gee, what he did in Holland, I can do it. Oh, gee, he's frozen. All right. Alicia, I can tell you about to say something. Go for it.
Yeah. I was gonna say Madueke's game for England, the one he was subbed on. I forget. It was against because I don't really watch international football, but yeah, came on. He had almost immediate impact on the game, goal, assist. Yeah, and this are people I think we should play more. For Fofana, the games that he's played, he's looked like he could really, really impact the squad. So I don't get why he doesn't get enough chances. I think Badiashile also, and it seems like lately, like the game against Brighton, he wasn't really on that level. Because maybe it's because we're not playing him more, so he's losing his confidence. Then for Reece James, the whole cooking with Vinny, you know, I'm 50-50 about it because I feel like ever since he had that injury, he's not really been on his game. So I don't know if it's fair to assess him based on that. But I get what people are saying about Malo Gusto. Yeah, basically that's what I would say for now. But I don't want this club to sign Joao Felix. Like, I know there are people who are really, really gunning for this, but for me personally, like I've always said, I just feel like Joao Felix is a Gucci Havertz. And if you have this energy for Havertz, you should also have the same energy for Felix. Because like yesterday, what was that? Like, instead of passing the ball, honestly, he gets too caught up in dribbling, and I don't like that. I don't like that shit. I see that.
Do you know his record against Madrid? Do you know it? He's 0-8. In the boxing world, that means you've lost 8 in a row. That's embarrassing. Like 0-8. Exactly. Like that's it. That's like, hey, it's a superstition. Get him out. I'm sorry, he failed auditions.
He can never play under Jose Mourinho. Mourinho, he can never be a Mourinho player because Mourinho doesn't like those kind of a selfish player that holds on to the ball for too long. That is why he never gave Aaron Robin that chance. He sent him away from the football club because he's so selfish. He wants to dribble and dribble and dribble whilst you have other people over there waiting for you to give a pass. So yeah, Alicia, you're still on talking, right?
I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. I do agree with Alicia in some point, and I disagree with her in terms of this money that has been spent. In one way or the other, you could say, okay, this money was being sent, is being spent right, and then one way or the other, it's not being spent right. But then let's look at it this way. Fulham have done the same thing, and there's no way you can bring in 9 players in one season for it to gel. It never worked.
Mm,
Look at what Fulham is going through right
yeah.
now at this moment. They brought in more than 9 players. It never worked. How does an unexperienced manager like Graham Potter or Frank Lampard get a tune out of 30 players? How do you do that? It means that every time that the team plays, he have to bring in other players, try to make them happy. Try to make them happy instead of trying to keep a balanced team. I understand that Todd Bowley tried to exploit those loopholes, but then those loopholes can backfire, or it can come back and bite us in our
Yep.
ASS. At the same time, if these players do not perform, it means that they're stuck at the football club. No one's gonna buy them. No one is gonna buy them. And
Well,
from what
sometimes
I
I think certain players are playing just so that we can sell them in the summer. Like but it's like Stark Gallagher. I want him to increase his data so that club can buy him. Start this because I'm like, why are certain people ever playing? Full stop. I'm not gonna go down into it, but I hope it works. I hope we sold a lot of them for decent money. I don't want good money. Just I'll take decent money for any player that's leaving.
What is decent money to you?
So people go Ruben off the cheek. Oh, he was once worth 40 mil easy. I'm like, no, 20 mil gone. QPR, take him. Gallagher wants this 30. Man,
140,
Crystal Palace said 40
140.
mil. Crystal Palace said we'll take him right now. We didn't do that. Mount 75, 80 mil last season. Now 40 mil. Liverpool, cool. Who else? Lukaku, 5 million special offer. Buy now.
Damn, 5 million. That's a lot. That's heavy loss to the football club. 5 million. I wouldn't
It's like
sell
a part of
Lukaku.
termination.
I wouldn't sell
You wouldn't
Lukaku. I'll
sell
just get a
Lukaku?
manager. Go ahead, Alicia.
No. What about the way he impacts? Because I feel like, okay, I know this is a crazy theory, but a lot of this, like the mess that started, also
Mm.
started from that instead of Lukaku. Because I feel like him, it just didn't sit well with me. Okay, some of his comments, like if you could see it from a human looking at it as a job point of view, you could say, okay, I get what you're saying. But the fact that he's the one who called the repurchase to his house and it was unsanctioned. I'm looking at him and thinking, what are you gonna do to our dressing room? You know, I feel like Lukaku brings some energy that is
Yeah.
not good, honestly, for the squad. No,
It reminds
I
me of the
just, I would,
Ronaldo interview, right? Remember Ronaldo interview? It done the opposite. It made them go, no, Ronaldo, United's going to do better. And it done the opposite, but the Lukaku one took it away from us.
I agree. I agree. Thank you very much, Alicia, and then CFCOG. Let me read some few comments as we have them here. Those little ones that I've highlighted, I'm fine with those. But I have one that I've pinned them here. This is coming from Phantom of Many Topics. He said, "Hey, if you need a great manager named Silva, my guy Marco Silva is just down street at Craven Cottage." Coming from our brother Phantom of Many Topic. Then McCain, big up to you, McCain. McCain said she's making sense. We should try out all our options like Ditro, Fafana, etc. before buying new players. Yes, that is true. That makes a lot of sense from our sister Alicia. Who was the one advising Bolly to get Cucurella? Was it Potter? I think it was under Thomas
It was
Tuchel's
Pep.
regime.
It was Pep, man. Pep's false interest in him. We fell
And
for
then,
it.
yeah,
Potter
Chelsea fought
wasn't
for
there.
it.
Remember, Potter wasn't, he didn't exist, basically.
yo,
Right.
It's
but
crucial, man.
City fans wanted him too.
I wish
I'm
they
pretty,
took him.
they were excited. Okay, my mutuals were excited to see Kukura play for them. But after like seeing
Yeah.
how dreadful he was, especially sometimes the way he just loses concentration in defending, that's when they started calling him Cinderella. But otherwise, they were feeling him.
All right. Molly Okay. Molly Rotundo. I know what that is. Big up to you, my sister. She said a CFC OG
Big up.
spitting fact. Absolutely. I understand. I agree with you, my sister. I hope you're doing very well. We'll see you soon later. Snoopy G frozen. Okay, yeah. A couple of
I
minutes
was a
ago,
second ago.
OG was frozen. He was stuck on the Atlanta. All right, so he's spitting fire, and okay, that's coming from football hairstylist. I think I've
Big up.
highlighted most of these comments. Makim said, Jacques Felix will do wonders under other managers. Let's be patient with him.
Well, he's
You
not
think
ours.
so?
Not ours.
You think so? From what we've seen so far, man, it doesn't make
I'll
me feel
take
like
him. I'll
he's
take him for 25 million. Yeah,
100
special
million,
We
deal.
said
man.
this.
No. I'll take him for 25, but I'm not taking. I'll take him for 35 to be honest. 40, cool. But 80, get out, man. And your wages, cut it in half, man.
Go ahead, Alicia.
No. The whole thing about giving Joe Felix time. Honestly, I feel like we say the same thing about Harvard. And look at our squad. Like the main thing we struggle with is scoring goals. So you can't like take it on the off chance, like he might be something. Me, the person I really wanted, well, and there was a chance we could have
Hmm?
gotten him if United wasn't so obsessed with Sancho, with Haaland, and it would have worked out, you know? There's
That would
no
be
way
nice.
that's for good for us. But João Felix, me personally, I just see him being nothing more than a designer Harvard. And given the chances that we've given Harvard,
Mm.
nah, I don't see it working out, but whatever. That's just my opinion.
We can't even afford it, to be honest.
Absolutely. That's Alicia's opinion, and your opinion is always accepted on this platform. No one will argue with you because you stand by it. You're entitled to your opinion. Alicia,
Blame it all on
how can you blame
Lukaku.
it all on Lukaku?
Majority.
Let me tell I'm not blaming it all on Lukaku. Like literally in one of the I defended Lukaku so much until in one of my Chelsea GCs, like they called me Luke's Bay because they were like, there's no way you're defending this guy this much. But what I was trying to say is like I felt like he impacted the team's chemistry. That's where some of the problems started creeping in. Because the way we play, like yesterday, okay, that's it's a few months down the line. I cannot really use that example, but Ziyech, for me, I felt like, especially when I saw them hanging out together, when they became close, there was this attitude that creeped in. So I feel like bringing him in is very risky for the dressing room. That's how I feel because that press conference, man, what were you trying to do to the manager? Like that was a wrong approach. So such things, he will impact the dressing room in a negative way, and we can't afford that. We already have more than enough problems. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right. Thank you very much. A big up to you, Night Reader. My brother said next we'll have
We
a
do have
Spurs
Spurs
fan in
fans in
here.
here. We have Spurs fans in the chat sometimes.
Yeah, we do. I think today he's not showing up, but usually almost every day he's here with us. Fulham is working. Fulham is working the extra player in because Marcus Silva is a genius. So thank you very much.
Come on. Michael Silva, if he's looking at his track record, he's not a genius.
All right, Snoopy G said Cookie is crazy. It's a CC version of David Luiz.
Yeah, he does seem like
It's a long hair.
the
We
Louis
have
one was like tough and plumpy. His one's all dripping down, like you just want to like. No, but who am I to hate? How
yeah, big
can
up to you,
Phantom Main
Phantom.
Topic say Louise would cover Cucurella in the UFC cage match? You know I love UFC, but Louise, man, don't even bring Louise and Cucurella in the same act. Louise is
I know
common, well, yeah, man.
disrespectful.
Yeah, Cucurella was running away from Jude Bellingham. If you guys. All right, crazy Jude Bellingham, who had a bad day at the office. He said, "No, I'm gonna put my frustration on Cucurella, man. You're the smallest person I see on the pitch. I'm gonna run after you and pull your hair,
The weak
whether you
link.
like it or not."
Happened against Tottenham as well. You remember that one? The first,
Yeah.
that was the beginning of the
Yeah.
game when Kante got injured. I was at that game, 2-2. I thought we were going to win that. Like that day, I was like, oh, Reece James isn't Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole has saved on the line. Cucurella is a little B for not fighting that properly. And then Kante got injured. That was the beginning and the end for me.
Makeem, big up to you.
Yeah,
Makeem says there's no player in the Premier League who has been offered more minutes or chances while off, while off form more than Havertz. We're not keeping the same energy, guys.
Yeah, Havertz been too protected.
no, but the
I
thing
think it's
is,
time, but we can't sell him, Alicia. I mean, I said half price. Yeah, no one's even going to pay 45 mil for him, honestly.
uh,
Go ahead, Alicia.
the thing is, like when people say keep the same energy, for me, I feel like the energy we give Havertz, we should also
Mm,
give João Felix. Because the thing that's crazy to me, Chelsea fans will watch a game where both Havertz and Felix might have the same opportunities, but people will say, "Oh, that was such a nice dribble. Like we
mm,
should sign Felix because he's cool like that." And then Havertz is bad and all this, and because he's been given all these minutes and this and this and this, we can't afford to take that. I feel like Felix is a lesson. Havertz is the lesson we should learn, you know, and not sign Felix. But people feel like because maybe someday, if, and they're really, really
If and
emphasizing
buts.
on that. So people might not feel like, it's not the same opportunities, but why should we have to get there in order to say, oh, we've given him this much time as much as we gave Havertz, now we should drop him? No, don't sign this guy, please.
yeah. I actually like the whole situation. It's like, why can't we do this more? Why can't we loan players for ridiculous sums? We'll give you 15 million pounds. Yeah, here you go, 15 million pounds. I will pay his ridiculous wage. We should do it for one or two other players. Because if they fail, it's better than buying the player for 100 mil or 75 mil and then he fails and you're stuck with him like Havertz. At least we learn from Felix, like, oh, okay, he wants to have Felix. We'll take him for 40 mil, maybe 35, paid it
Mhm.
over 5 years. Good luck, Simeone. That's you. Then take care of that. I'd love that if we done it with a few. There's at least that's Sterling, man. I wish we took Sterling on loan, and he can't play against Man City. I'll be like, cool. Don't you can't play against Man City, yeah, but we're paying him 10 million pound loan, and we'll pay his expensive wages. But if he flops, you get dropped. Because that'd been perfect. There's so many more players on the list that I wish they were just loaned on. Like for me, like someone like Enzo would pass that. He would have passed it. Would be signing him. Madrick, I'll sign him just because he's young for the future. But flipping Jao Felix, unless they're gonna sell you for 30, 40 million, there's no way we're gonna consider getting that. No way. 80 mil, 100 mil.
Big up to you, Mr. Patrick, and also big up to DJ Salve. It's always nice to have
Big
you
up
guys on the
Patrick, man,
platform.
in
Big
the
up to you,
house,
Patrick.
my G.
This one's coming from Makeem. Makeem said you can't compare Havertz to Felix based on that. Absolutely.
No, but Felix is easier though. He's not a player. Havertz is a whole nother ball game.
Yeah. We should have gotten Casemiro in the summer, a world class
I
CDM
wish.
and
I wish.
leader.
I
Yes,
wish
he
Thiago
has
Silva did
really,
something.
really changed Manchester
Yeah,
United's team.
this is the thing as well. I feel like the way our team is right now, we need to buy a lot more of the experienced players as compared to the younger ones. That's what we need right now to fix the squad. Then we need to find a way to integrate the younger players into the squad. But I also find it concerning the way every day we're linked to this young players.
Too
And the
many
thing
young
has,
players.
yeah, we haven't really
Yeah.
developed players, to be honest, in the last few years. So that is part of the problem that is causing all this mess that we're having right now. So yeah, I think Casemiro would have been a good choice. Like,
I,
but it would have risked, but they would have panned out the way it's panned out for United. But you know what happened with Koulibaly?
yeah.
Cool.
I agree with you 100%, Alicia. Yes, there need to be a balance, and with the balance that is coming in, we have to blend the young and the new. We can fit off the experienced players, or maybe the more experienced players in the team. Just like with Ali, what's his name? Aspilicueta is not even getting game time at all, and I don't get it. I don't get it. You expect that games like yesterday, you're gonna need a little bit of experience coming from Aspilicueta. Let's say Aspilicueta is the guy playing at the left hand side where we saw Chaloba. Aspilicueta will never go in for a sliding tackle. As a defender, they've always been told, stay on your feet, stay on your feet. And if it was Aspilicueta at that time when see, I think it was Rodrigo, right? Aspilicueta would have slowed down so he can give two thoughts, or he would give too much questions for Rodrigo to think about. Should I move on? Should I wait? Should I wait for Vinicius to come on the other side and then cross the ball to him, or what should I do? But Chaloba, with so much inexperience
So
and
committed.
naive, he just committed himself and went for that sliding tackle, and you're never going to win it. I watched CBN Sports yesterday, I think CBS Sports yesterday, and Henry Thierry said, "Look, when he was playing, lots of defenders did the same thing to him, and they were never ever going to win it because he's very fast,
Yeah,
pacey,
yeah,
and he's always going to get there first. So do not
yeah.
slide in,
Look, I come
keep
to his
going."
defense.
Yeah,
Yeah, to his defense, yeah, or to the offense of Mr. Gasquareta, Dave, as he's known in the bridge. There'd have been other situations he would have got it. So I'm not. It's like, all right, X and Y would not affect him, but Z would affect him, which didn't affect Chalobah because he can't just. So I'm not gonna try to say Aspi is the answer, but to that point, yeah, Kepa saved some stuff, right? But people make it seem as if other keepers wouldn't have. Every keeper would have saved what Kepa saved. All of them, all the top 20. But the ones that Kepa didn't save, the top 5 would have saved. So, like, at least, Aspi, we know Aspi would have been roasted sooner or later. Sooner, but like, you know what, let me just take him for speed. Pow, done, left him in the dust, cut. But Trevor, he's like, nah, I got to do 1-2 tricks and then make him commit. So it's different side of the coin. But Kepa, he definitely not top 25 goalkeeper in this world, man. Even Spain's considering get rid of him. That don't speak volume enough.
Alicia, what do you make of that? And also, what do you make of that tackle coming from Trevor Chaloba?
Okay, so for me, this is how I looked at it. First of all, Cuckoo's positioning, like Cucurella, he
Thank
kind
you.
of like did leave, like, Chalobah. He did
Oh yeah,
make the mistake started with him, let me say that. Because the space that was his doing. But I felt like Chalobah should have stayed on his man. Like he should have just try and stay on his man. That you limit like his vision and how he's gonna come into that box. But every time you go for that tackle, you should be 100% sure that you will get it. And like you said, I also felt the same way. The number of times, like the defenders actually like come up and even sweep clean is very little. So for me, I was looking at him and I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I just felt like, yeah, that's definitely going to be a goal. Definitely going to be a goal. Even though he got back and it went to Vini and it came back, like,
still
it
couldn't
was
defend.
gone.
Yeah.
It was definitely gone. So for me, yeah, I felt like that was a mistake on both of them. It was a huge mistake. He should have stayed on his man.
Oh, thank you very much, Alisa. Let me read
Facts.
some few. OG, go ahead.
I was say facts, man. I agree. I
Yeah.
was going to read some, but read it.
Oh, you want to read
Has
some for me?
Felix,
Oh, go ahead, OG. Help
has
me
Felix
out.
scored yet? I believe he scored 2 goals and has 1 assist. So
Yeah.
it's something.
Yeah, big up to you, Patrick Batman. Patrick said that lateness is greatness as
Big up.
usual, bro. Anytime that you jump in here, we always welcome you here. No team in the Prem would entertain the off form run that Havertz has had for us. Absolutely, he would have been on the bench, but we have no option. We don't have any strikers. Why is it necessary to keep Kai Havertz on the bench? Whether you
I
bring
don't
him
know,
on,
man.
whether you bring him on, he's not contributing nothing. If he stays on the bench, he's not contributing nothing. But the best thing is just put him on. Maybe he can create something for others to score. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't contribute nothing. It doesn't affect the game. It doesn't, but we get a Champions League go from him. So yeah, and sometimes he's being pardoned for that Champions League goal. Felix has a goal of 2 in the okay. Okay, yeah, that's an answer to Phantom of the topic. Patrick said that Havertz has created the most chance for us. He isn't a number 9. Yes, I've said it many times. He isn't. He's trying his best. Let's wait until we get a recognized number 9. Let's try and see if we can get a tune out of a Lukaku. I know you guys don't like him, but I feel like he's still our player. No one is going to take him. He's on high wages. Who's going to take his wages? Even though he's at Inter Milan at this moment in time, we are still paying half of his wages whilst he's still there. So what's the sense of him being there and we're still paying his wages? No one is going to take him. So let's take Lukaku and see if what's his name, Nagelsmann or Luis Enrique can get a tune out of him and start training him and let him start scoring goals. Big up to you, Nee, in the panel, Luis Enrique. For me, there should need be no debate on this on the guy. It's a winner. Has more experience coming from DJ South. Thank you very much for DJ. Yes, I want Luis Enrique, but that's the last topic we're going to talk about before we get away from here. And we're going to spend almost about 10 to 15 minutes on it, and then we'll be done for the day. Makeem Felix has found his place in our system. We still don't know how this fits in yet. So that's another. I will only accept a 3, and ironically, all 3 are former CFC manager Jose Mourinho, Antonio Conte, or Carlo Ancelotti. Yes, Chelsea have had a lot of managers. And Luis Enrique for sure. Phantom. Ancelotti said no. Ancelotti wants to go to Brazil if the Brazil job is being open. Nagelsmann won trophies like the Bundesliga, etc. He has a little bit of experience in Europe. Bring in more young talent. Nope. Musto said young talent is going to ruin our football club. Too many of them. We have to blend, brother. We have to blend and get the balance right. We got to blend it. Too many young players is not good. Kim So, make Carlos say yes. Okay, look, if you bring in too many young talents, it means that we have almost about 3 to 4 years to be able to compete like Manchester City. City did not bring in that many young players. They brought in experienced players that they are on their peak, 25 years old, 24, 25, 26, 25, 26. That is the kind of players they brought in to be able to get them playing and winning trophies. So if you bring in the likes of a 19 years old, 18 years old, Madueke, 15 years old, and like you're buying in Santos and all those players, they are good, but you could ask yourself, are they the winning? Do they have the winning mentality? No, it'll take them time to be able to adapt, to be able to play, adapt to the culture of the English game, the food, and then the language, and a whole lot of time. So we are looking like 4 years time before we can start competing like Manchester City. It's a long way to go, bro. It's a long way to go. Patrick said, did you hear they turned down Enrique because he want too much control of the squad? These owners are a joke. Yes. Like I said, that's what we're going to talk about last. There's so many factors. Luis Enrique wants wingers. We have too many wingers at the football club, so they don't want to take the L. Like Luis Enrique doesn't want some of the players over there. I don't know which players they are. If it's Macalo, Modric, they call him. If it's Sterling or whoever player that he doesn't want to use. So he's demanding more. He wants to bring in some other players like Gavi. If I don't know if that statement is true. So I will look into that. There's a long way to go. Gabriel, so what are your thoughts about the wage decrease for many players due to no Champions League? I fear it's going to cause a lot of disharmony in the squad. The same players on older contracts.
Some players, yeah. I mean, listen, it's funny because in no time, if any contract, since I've been supporting Chelsea, if any contract had lucrative bonuses, all the players would have loved it. Because ever since I've been watching us, we've been killing it since 96, 97. Yeah. This is the first time, and maybe where players are like, all right, we won nothing, we're not going to win nothing, and we never qualified high enough. And it could even happen again. And it's crazy. It's like, it's crazy, isn't it? Like the time we give them contracts, bonuses, we're so far off any of these bonuses, even basic bonuses like goals and assists and pre-assists, and no one's getting much of that. It's crazy. Like, thankfully, a lot of the older players do have decent contracts already that are not incentive based. Hopefully, that helps us in the FFP a bit, but a lot of them are gonna be like, "Rah, like I've actually got these incentives built into my contract, but none of them are being achieved. So I'm gonna get paid much less this year." Millionaires are millionaires, but you know how people are when it comes to money. 99% of humans, once they get money, they start counting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the main thing in their life. They become Scrooge.
Yeah.
How about you, Alicia?
Yeah. I think what OG is saying is making a lot of sense. But also, like, what worries me that this mentality, like they might be like, "Ah, it's not that bad," because Initially, I think it was last year, like when I think there was a time we were losing games and the players were like partying and having good times, and people were complaining, and I was like,
Yeah,
no, guys, we need to have lives too. But I don't know, maybe people were right, you know, because I feel like they're so passive and so complicit, and it's like nothing motivates them. You know, like when you fail, and you're like, I definitely have to do better. I definitely have to get it right. I haven't seen that this season, and that's concerning. So hopefully next season, like OG says, you know, them taking that hit, lost money, like that can be enough to incentivize them. Because for the badge, if we're saying like play for the badge, they definitely
exactly.
aren't.
Thank you very much. That that's spot on, Elisa. Thank you very much. You know, as wise as you are, your comments are very, very intriguing, Alicia. Alicia, right? Comments are
Thank
very,
you.
very intriguing. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your time here today. We have Tony said that Lukaku could be the first player to score at the bridge, and you could hear
Wow.
a pin drop at the same time. That would be nice. If that's the case, Patrick, and our clowns of ownership will allow him to go on. I think to go to Spurs. This
Mm.
gives it gives us no not to. I think it didn't come well. Didier staff comment did not come well, but then I'll take
No,
it
he
again.
meant to.
The
I'll take it again.
manager.
Yeah, guys gave not got. I think they got no clue. I think they got no clue. That's what he's trying to say. Thank you very much, DJ Sav. I know I get it sometimes. This thing happen on our cell phone when you're trying to type. It happened. We are spelling Pulisic. We are selling Pulisic and Ziyech anyways, and that's coming from Patrick. And also we identify we definitely don't need any more youth, but that's all
Exactly.
Bowley's interest in. Absolutely, too many youth players is killing us. DJ, I wonder how soon till protests start getting planned.
9 more
Um,
years.
Coming from Tony said minimum 30% wage cut apparently. Yes, I mean they did not do what they're supposed to do. So wage cut it down. Sorry, bro, was what to say clown as honest in my
Yeah,
comment.
yeah.
Yep, I know I get it,
Football.
bro. But to read it, okay. Alicia is a V good addition, absolutely. Yes, she will
Very.
be. I'm gonna
Thank
convince
you.
her to come here all the time to stay with us. DJ, we know what you mean absolutely. So yes, now the last topic, the last thing we're going to talk about before we get our ass off this couch or this studio it's going to be Chelsea cut next manager shortlist with Luis Enrique no longer
What's the poll?
among the favorites. Luis Enrique is cut out. Alicia, what do you make of that? Are you okay with that?
Sorry, I didn't hear the question. Can you come again?
I said that Chelsea cut next manager shortlist with Luis Enrique no longer among of the shortlist or among the favorites anymore. So were you
So who's
expecting Luis Enrique or were you expecting the Nagelsmann?
okay? Like I've said, OG knows my answer. For me, I have concerns about both managers, and hear me out. I think, like, okay, if I start with Enrique, his positives, like, I think the
Mm.
intense high press, I like that. Experience, he's been tried and tested. We know what he did in Barcelona. His short passing in the game, I think it's good, but you know, like 9 trophies in 13 finals, good.
Yeah.
But, you know, his win ratio outside Barcelona is concerning. How Spain went out of the World Cup is concerning. The fact that he hasn't played club football in 6 years, I know people are saying, oh, but it's just football. I feel like for me personally, it's different because based on even what we see from our players, last season when we were doing a bit better, you could see like when our players went on international duty, they played way better than the way they
Mm.
were playing for us.
Mm.
There was a difference, you know, even in their games. So for me,
Everyone, Ziyech, Kovacic, everyone played
I
better.
feel it. Yeah, I feel it. So it concerns me. I'm like, huh, this is a risk. Nagelsmann, will the players respect him? Because that was something I was seeing with Porter. For me, I was just like, I don't think it's going to work with Porter from the beginning. You could see that, like the players. For me, I felt like there was that energy, like they don't respect him. Nagelsmann, will they respect him? I know age shouldn't be a factor, but like you're saying, your boy Lukaku, after the way he reacted with Tuchel, will he respect this man? I like his winning mentality, what he did for Hoffmann, Leipzig, you know, and his win
Mm.
record for Bayern in the Champions League. But, a known entity, what is going to happen? Because for me, when people say, I think people are overreacting when they say he's the German Porter. That's overreacting. But
Nah,
for
he's
me, I
not
feel
that
like it's
bad.
50. No, no, I'm not saying it. People say that.
Nah, I know
I'm
people
not
say
saying
it in our
that's
spaces all the time. I know.
yeah, that's overreacting, but uh, it's really, really concerning for me. The rest of the names that we've been linked to, Pochettino, for me, absolutely not. Amorim, Spalletti, absolutely not. Um, yeah, personally, for me, if in an ideal world, which this is not going to happen, I would have gone for Flick or Zidane, but we know that's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not
So
gonna happen.
yeah, whoever comes in, I'm just going to support them as the Chelsea manager. But both have their positives, but I think it's a risk for both. That's what I would say.
Thank you very much. I think Alisa is really spot on. BBTV, Max, Betting Ballers TV, Max, I
Yeah.
skipped your message, so please apologize for that. It says Cinderella always late to the ball. That is Mr. Cucurella. Absolutely. So another one came from BBTV. He says, fact, Alicia is speaking fact. Absolutely. She's
All
really
day.
spot on. No matter what it is, whoever comes through, we have to support the person. But I have this instinct. I feel like a Nagelsmann will be another mistake in terms of his age and what he has really achieved in world football. Comparing Nagelsmann and then Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique is demanding, but then I know Todd Bowley, they have made so much mistake. Just like I said, they've spent so much money on likes of 60 million, 70 million on these players. Cucurella is one of them. So if Nagelsmann is coming in, he said, I can use this player. I can use this player. I want you to get me this player. So they don't want to take the L that, okay, we've lost. So what are we going to do with this player? So we can't go with, and Luis Enrique, we have to go in with a manager that can get these players to play football and that can use what we already have. That would be a problem. So in what we're seeing now is, so although the players are not good, Nagelsmann have to make them better. And we saw what happened. Nagelsmann, what he did at Bayern Munich. He couldn't get certain players to play. He couldn't get Leroy Sané to play. He couldn't get the best out of Sadio Mane. He couldn't do all those, and he was always antagonizing players. He had a fight. He had a fight with Manuel Neuer. He had a fight with what's his name, Thomas Muller, who is club legend. So is this thing going to happen? Nagelsmann is younger. Thiago Silva is even older than Nagelsmann. And also very close, I would say, not too older than Aspilicueta. Aspilicueta is going to be there for another year. So if Nagelsmann
Is
comes
he?
in, Aspilicueta,
Why? Why are we not selling him?
I thought Aspiritus
no.
had gone back to Spain this year. Man, this guy needs
Uh,
to go home, man. He's becoming a Milner. Like, he shouldn't do this. I mean,
Oh no.
anyway, Nagelsmann, the only reason I like him is because all this stuff's coming out. I didn't like it. I'm like, okay, he's a yeller. He's been yelling all the time at people. He's had multiple fights, more than that. Those are just
yeah.
he's had fights with over 5 different people. Because obviously you don't know the whole under 21s and Bayern Munich, all the system behind them. I like that.
Yeah.
I want someone to yell. I thought he was gonna be more like Potter and Lampard and be, "I'll come here, son. Let me have a chat with you." And I don't want none of that friendliness. This isn't, like, I know they try to say it's business, but some businesses are like the army, and this is what that is. We're in we're in a war basically at the moment. So I want
Yeah.
someone to rally these boys, yell it to them, drop it facts that they can understand in black and white, and then just hopefully, if he cuts the right amount of dead wood, fat, whatever you want to say off, I'm hoping we'll do much better in football. Like, how many times have I seen a team go from here to here? Happens every season these days. Not
Yeah.
just the top 6 teams. You could go for random teams like Brighton and Fulham. Fulham will be in a relegation battle next season. Brighton will finish where West Ham finished next season. West Ham thought they're going to finish top 6 this coming season. But football is not like it changes like that. One defensive mid, one goalkeeper, one manager, bang, you got a new thing happening. Look at Man United going for top 3, going for their poor
Yeah.
man's treble, as I call it. I said treble's a treble. I don't care if it's Europa Cup and Carabao Cup and FA Cup. You know what I'm saying?
All right, thank you very much, OG. OG's time is running out, and
Yeah, I was
Alicia, I'm
saying,
not so
man, I want
sure.
to end it on that.
Yeah,
But
Alicia,
Nisha,
you
finish
got
up with him.
about 5 more minutes with you.
Talk backstage a bit, man. Try to sort everything out, man. We'll definitely love
Yeah,
to have you again. And yeah, man,
definitely.
always growing this platform, always sharing it, always getting more people on, and bit by bit, man, we're gonna make that. Try to get to
Yeah,
10K by the
guys.
end of a couple months. All right, man. Big up everyone.
Yeah, big up
And
everyone. Guys, that's
and yeah,
CFCOG. Check him out on Twitter. CFCOG has a very big platform also
yeah.
on Twitter. Check
Big
him
up,
out.
man. Always
And
do
also
spaces, man.
YouTube. Yeah, YouTube also. I'm going to put his description down in the video's
Thank you, brother.
description below so
See
you
you
guys can
tomorrow.
get him out. And also, guys, if you haven't put a like on the video, please do me a favor, put a like on the video. It helps the YouTube algorithm to make this platform what we want it to be. DJ Sab said that Patrick protest will happen. I have heard tonight that Poch has passed second phase of talks, and how and now it's between him and Nagelsmann. Absolutely, that's what we're talking about at this moment. I'm not traveling with Pulisic. I'm staying with either CFC, FFC, or Manchester United. Factor coming from, okay, I've read that one coming from my big brother BBTV. McCain said it seems like Enrique back out because we didn't beat Madrid, and he wants a Champions League team. Well, he should go and F himself. Hoping for Poch that will speed up the process for a route UTC. We're gonna for Pochettino. You know what it's gonna sound like? It's gonna be a banter from what's his name? Tottenham Hospice. BBTV been enjoying the vibes, May. Absolutely. Yes, guys, if you haven't seen him, check him out. BBTV's name right there. You get 3 dots in the comment section below. Click on it, it will take you to his platform. So subscribe and then give him a vibe, give him a like, and also help the community, Chelsea fans, the small channels also, and let them grow. Factor that's coming from Tony. Okay, I think I've read everything so far. Phantom, third one to Nagelsmann. I want Timo Werner, and also Phantom said that we have $100 million striker Lukaku. We have a chance to get the only manager. He will obey Antonio Conte. Last time we won Premier League, it was with Conte. Coming from Phantom of Minute Topic. Thank you very much. A big up, guys. A big up to you, Tony. I hope you're doing very well. DJ Sab exclusive Luis Enrique no longer among favorite for Chelsea coach, leaving Spurs with a potential free run. Coming from Matt Law. Yes, Matt Law did put that in the Telegraph today. Up the Chelsea, big up to you. He says I wouldn't go to a protest. I don't think this, I don't know. The protests always have very, very would I say good idea, but then some people make it look so, they add their own stuff to it to make it look ugly. Unlike OG, we don't love around the corner. Can't be asked to go protest for no reason in the rain. Absolutely, coming from Abdi Chills. Then makes sense coming from Patrick. Then I don't live around the corner from the bridge, but I'm not too far. Coming from Patrick. Thanks, Patrick. And also the last one is King of Animal. You are late, but you're not late. The time difference got to me. Sorry to miss the show. It's okay. We're about to wrap up, but then it's always nice to have you guys. And don't forget to like the video as we're about to hop off right now. I'm gonna Alicia, do you have anything you want to say before we bring the stream to an end, my sister? Alicia, can you hear me?
Sorry, I was having a problem in muting. So the whole
That's
thing
okay.
with Antonio Conte, how can people want Antonio Conte back? Like he's the one person I wouldn't take back. We saw what happened even like off the pitch, and how sure are you that Lukaku would obey him? That whole thing, the whole saga. I think people are too caught up in like what was being said, like the thing Tuchel telling Lukaku that this is your daddy or whatever. I don't think like it has that much impact. And based on the Spurs game, I think him acting ignorant, I prefer like he wouldn't have said anything or just be like, mute about it, smart about it. But no, personally, I wouldn't take back Antonio Conte, honestly. And even the situation at Spurs, you could tell how it was going to turn out. Like, if things were not going to go his way, he's going to find a way to throw a
It's in
tantrum.
the pound.
He
Yeah.
did. Yeah, and things are not good right now. So no, not him.
You know, if Chelsea did not have time for Luis Enrique, if they didn't want to get the job for Luis Enrique and they said it's more demanding, what do you think of Antonio Conte? He's also demanding. If he doesn't get his way, he's always pounding. We've seen that happen at Chelsea Football Club before. There's certain players that he wanted, and Chelsea were not able to give him that players, and we know what happened. It did not end well with Antonio Conte. He ended up having suing Roman Abramovich for 25 million. That's what he had when he left Chelsea Football Club. So can I see this lady's face? Good opinion tonight. Yes, you might see her face one day. Maybe not today. Just my opinion. BBTV, I respect your thoughts. And
Maybe.
unlike Phantom, I like your intro, brother. Go ahead, Alicia. You were saying something.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just responding. I was saying not today.
Yeah, absolutely. Not today. But Alicia, guys, thank you very much. It's been a long just streaming. We've been streaming for an hour, 20 minutes. Alicia has been a very, very, very incredible panelist for the day. Her thoughts and knowledge in association football is very, very wide and broad. And that's the main reason why I am open. This platform is really open for all football fans, whether you're a Tottenham Hotspur fan, Arsenal fan, you're always welcome to this platform. And this platform is mainly open for lots of female that wants people to hear their voice, because there are a lot of our women out there that know the football. If you hear her talk today, you can tell that she really, really know her football from top A to Z. So that is why her inclusion today has been wonderful. And I hope that we can continue this all the time. We want more. We're gonna have more women, guys. Do not forget, we're gonna have more women coming on this platform. We have lots of them. I've spoken to 2 more of them. They will be coming on this platform almost every day, and then that will make our channel much more better and be more mixed with everyone. Everyone is welcome to this platform. BBTV said all good things must come to an end. Absolutely. Roman Abramovich cannot be there forever. Ha ha ha. True BBTV. Absolutely. Patrick said take care, fellas, ladies. UTC, Abdi Chills, and then BBTV. True. So this morning I subscribe. Absolutely. I unsubscribe. You Phantom, you've been funny. Alicia, do you want to say anything before we bring the stream to an end?
Yeah, I was just saying thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Like, this is one of the few places I've actually come and have felt like my voice was heard and I've been given the opportunity to speak. So thank you so much. I've actually had fun.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's my pleasure to have you here on this platform. And I can't wait to have you back again. BBTV, okay. Then Ten Hag is a model manager for us. We should still Emery. All right, guys, we'll be back again. No more comments. We'll be back again tomorrow. Alicia, can you stay in the backstage for at least about 5 minutes?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, thank you. Guys, we'll be back again with different topic. Great content on this platform. We talk a lot, not just specifically on Chelsea all the time. If the news is there and the news demand our attention, definitely we will talk about it. A big up to you, Oyabon San, my brother. I hope you're doing very, very well. So, guys, if you haven't put a like on the video, I was trying to aim at 30, but we have 24 likes already. But that's fine. Tomorrow, next time we might get to maybe 50 likes, depending on how the streaming is going. So we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Lil Desperandos, as I always say, hang on to hope, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye-bye. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.